Hey guys, today I'll be explaining to you or answering this question of is it a good idea to daydream about something you're afraid of so that to overcome the fear? Because I saw someone on Reddit post like, I do daydream about situations where I experience social anxiety so that I can overcome this social anxiety. Well, initially, by the way, as in, it may look like a great idea because it's like you are exposing yourself to the danger or you are exposing yourself to the worst case scenario of an danger you will face in future. And when you get to that point, you will be a bit better, but you are now engaging in this state in your daydreams. So anytime, say you are about you are going to meet your mom and you don't have good relationships with your mom, you daydream about your mom and then the arguments, the anger and everything, and then when you meet them, at least you'd have experienced that worst case scenario. So it may look like a good idea because it's preparing you to face the fear, but it's not actually the best idea. This is because it ends up becoming a habit and you're also hurting yourself. It's like I am hurting myself before the real hurt. Because it doesn't really matter if you are daydreaming about a worst case scenario. As long as you are thinking about it, you are already hurting yourself. Because yes, it's an element of your daydream, but you are hurting yourself emotionally. Like it's a daydream, but you still have emotional attachment to your daydream. So you are hurting yourself so that you will not get hurt. So what's the point of hurting yourself so that you will not get hurt? You're still getting hurt. And then something also happens is that thing becomes a habit. Like now you develop a habit of hurting yourself before facing the pain. So instead of really facing the pain head on real life, you are still running away from the pain. So yes, you are rehearsing for this painful experience, but that rehearsal in itself is running away from the real pain you're about to face, which is like, let's say the real pain can be like facing your mom, like setting boundaries with your mom or your brother or your anyone. But now you are doing these things in your head to make it much better. So it doesn't really matter if you are traumatizing yourself in your daydream so as to face a traumatic instance. The fact is you are still running away from the real thing. And the more you do it, the more it becomes a habit and the more it becomes addictive. To the point where you cannot face real life scenarios without preparing. And actually, we all have those inner resources not to prepare for painful or for something which is traumatic, to just face it and to feel it in the present moment or to process the emotions which might arise in the present moment. So instead of hurting yourself, traumatizing yourself in your daydream to face your fears, just come back to real life and face those fears, those deep fears which are actually causing you to really feel that you don't have the capacity or you don't have the capacity to have this life where you can regulate your emotions or where you can have emotional maturity. Hope that makes sense. Don't traumatize yourself to face a traumatic instance, but instead release the trauma or release those traumatic memories or those negative emotions so that you can face an negative experience. It won't even be traumatic, and you can just face that negative experience as a fresh experience and not as a reaction to the past experience. So it may look very good to do it, but ultimately it won't help you and you'll just be running away from the same pain which is causing this addictive behavior. Hope you found that informative, guys. Until next time, have a nice day.